Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Hyperlight Drifter. Let's continue. So, we beat a boss. I don't know if first is actually a proper term. And we got a gun for it, which is nice. We are now looking for this final section of this area, which seems like it's an incredibly small area, so it might just be a case of an area where we can't really reach without some kind of ability. Like, we're still trying to find clearly. I'm still trying to. Am I supposed to go that way? I'm supposed to go that way. Trying not to waste health. And because you can get free refills at the spawn place, you could theoretically take a couple hits of health. But that's kind of it. Like, after that point, you're stuck with whatever. Like, there, getting a health kit there is not a wise move. Is there something back behind here? It is totally possible also that we... Interesting. Some of these areas are respawning areas, the health kits. I guess it just takes it a while. Alright, well... I kinda had stopped at about this point. So, hey, the guy is missing. The guy that warned you about the monster, the boss. Now that I've defeated the boss, he is no longer there. Which is great, because maybe that means we'll get into the dungeons and all the characters in the dungeons are also missing. I wouldn't be upset by that revelation. Not one bit. So we had already been here, so we kind of already know about this upgrade thing. It's hard to not say we've got to buy the health kits first. Now, is that an effective use of a grenade? So that was blocked. Right, the skeletons blocking away, you have to slice them first. Which one's faster? Going that way? I think it's on the backstroke. Okay. Is there a way past this? Or am I just in some kind of dark dungeonous area? I think there's no way past this. Like, Yeah, there's no way you're gonna be able to figure this out. Not with your current skills and abilities. Like there are clearly smash sections all throughout this whole area. 1, 2, 3. And if I just press A and don't push forward, will I dash? Yes, but you would have to get the line up, I think, in crazy perfect. Stand just at the edge of these two skulls. Yeah, I don't think there's enough room. And you don't have a double dash attack or anything. Okay. So that tells me you can't do this. Not right now. Not with the level of skill. Which tells me I want to go and check out this area on the left. I think you're kind of free to do the left or the right, or the up. I don't think you're particularly free to do the down. That doesn't refill your bullets. And we hadn't like played this area before. So if I do get the lift boss defeated, there's some room for success there. I don't think I investigated this. I feel like you could applaud this game for being very artistic in its nature and not just dumbly spelling out everything to you in the game. But you could also, I think, very fairly complain that the game is itself just being abstract for abstraction's sake. And it's shown you some interesting kind of emotion evoking gameplay visuals, and it's gonna leave you at that. Like, it doesn't make enough sense for there to be piles of humanoid bones and robots and monsters, and then have these little creatures come out of nowhere and attack you. Yeah, I think a double dash is just in the realm, and maybe the fact that I see some double dashes potentially being required, maybe that means we shouldn't really be in this area. Is there any way? Find anything else around here? I kind of don't like the fact that if you push a little hard in a direction, you will jump off the edge and kill yourself. But also, if you don't push particularly hard in a direction, you won't find out that there's secret pathways. Although there aren't enough secret pathways for that to really be a problem. So now we are in the bear land instead of, say, the frog land. We may very quickly have enough to upgrade the health kit, which I think I only need 3. I don't think we've seen anywhere where you need 4 health upgrades. We got 3 health upgrades for beating the boss, and the way this seems like this is going to play out is you are going to potentially end up beating each of the bosses and then having one final challenge area before you can power an entire area back up to whatever it is, whatever weird network computer area this whole world is. Alright. We have to kind of assume that that goes to one of the mini dungeons. And we kind of have to assume... Wow, this is way too easy. We may find out that going left was actually the right move and you should have gone left, up, and right. Which I've said that I feel like this game should probably be more gated and linear. It definitely feels like that would have made more sense. And if one mini gate like this or mini dungeon is just a hide and seek element, as far as you just have to find it to activate it, it's not really setting itself up to be particularly interesting. Now, in the first run of this game that we tried, we did not get as far as that boss. Seriously? I was thinking maybe I was activating the thing, but apparently not. Should have taken those questionable jumps first before I picked up the health kit. Yeah, it feels like you might have saved some frustration, considering how there's somewhat a limitation on the number of health kits you can have. You could have probably saved some frustration by having them on big round platformers instead of kind of hidden all over the place. Them being hidden is just kind of pointless. Now I remember this actually being a bit of frustration because there was so many enemies. There's a little bit there. That was a bit of a challenge, and it once again highlighted how the grenade is not likely to be that useful. It's kind of understandable now as to why it's not focused on and it's not unlocked by default. Okay. I do see an upgrade piece. Is there something here? Because I can't quite get over that way. And the maps don't really help. And that grenade takes forever to reload, and I don't feel like there's a way to improve that. And that seems odd too. it really does feel like there should just be several things that get upgraded eventually, particularly after beating a boss. So yeah, this game compared itself to Diablo. I don't get that comparison at all, and it compared itself to Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and I find a kind of tenuous comparison there, but not much of a one. A small comparison there, but in a Zelda game, when you beat a boss, you would have, at that point, gotten a new item, and instead of just a new gun, you would have gotten something that acted as a key for many areas for you to access. Where's this going to go? This is a well. Yeah, this whole area was dead. So that there is a possibility that on the main game, had I spent a little bit more time over here on the left, it could have led to slightly more success. But also, I just feel like there's less enemies showing up. Yeah, doesn't that feel like that's the case? If I go at an angle like that, I can reach that. I'm not sure. They meant for me to be able to reach that area, but okay. Let's see, I don't want to pick that up because I'm already full. These guys are tough enough to cause problems, though. Am I supposed to fling myself over here? Where an enemy might arrive? Wandering around this lost forest. And see, if this was truly a Diablo game, that would be like the perfect time. We're not quite to the crystals. And there's another one of those stone pillars that we haven't even seen anyone mention so far in the game. But yeah, now would be the time in which the game would throw us a bone and say, hey, this is where you should go back to the village and upgrade. Let's see if we got that upgrade, and that was the one we saw. And that one upgrade did allow us to find something else. Find another upgrade. So yeah, I appreciate this forest. This one requires 3, though, to get any further. And is it this building that we're standing at right now? Because this is just showing me where the checkpoint is, or are we standing at this gate? I don't know. Come on. I guess we'll just continue. See, that definitely looks like there'd be some trick around these stone pillars, but apparently not. And we're going into the sunshine, sunray, and rocks, and an elevator up there. See if we can go downward and find a pattern. So we're gonna start having wolves try to attack us, or succeed at attacking us. Take your pick. There we go. Standard physical attackers in the form of wolves, however, are considerably easier to take out than a flying wizard birds. Which, yeah. Seems like there's no way to get over to that area. Maybe this is a doorway that opens later. There's no like secret passageway this way. Let's see, big robot chest. You know what? Just die. I should be shooting a lot more things, frankly, considering how the bullets refill, and smashing stuff looking for health kits is also the same process to refill bullets. I'm not even really looking for health kits, I'm looking for the upgrades. This definitely does feel like a game though that has only 2 or 3 mechanics to it, where I'd like to actually see a couple more tricks and twists happening. Alright. If we go here, let's see what this dungeon leads us to. I'm not sure I believe that each of the areas is going to have a teleporter that takes us from a dungeon to the center area. But if it does, it does, and it's not no skin off my teeth, I suppose. Now, wasn't this an area where... yeah, we've got the little cough thing. I forgot about the cough thing. It feels like there's probably a few areas where I may have not needed to pick that up, where it's been pre-programmed to show you the little cough animation, and just to kind of remind you that it exists. We can see there's a little blood here. Or what looks like blood. Okay. Alright, well. Well, I just got an achievement. And so. So it wasn't a bring it on thing. Last time I had to stand in the center to get somebody to attack me, but clearly it's just a broken pathfinding thing in this one fight area. Which, yeah, definitely makes the game feel like it's not as polished as it should be. And notice that an enemy did just find me and attack me even though the gate had already been opened. Is this a guy? Yep. I had to remind myself whether or not that was a bad guy or not. Because he doesn't look too crazy from the regular guards. Notice the hologram-like appearance to them, as they have some kind of like ninja flash step or something. Alright, well, where are we? I guess we're working our way downward, so let's look around the area. For upgrades. Interesting. Seems like sometimes you can't break the crystals any more than once. And clearly you could sit on upgrades for a very long time if you don't have any need to use them. Which I think that would be a big if. And at the moment I'm still appreciating using the fast gun, but we might be better off using the shotgun. Alright, well, if we go this direction, I think we probably would, yeah, find this. Which, taking that first is desirable than going back and then doing the last bit of that. Looks like there's something up there, but can't reach it. So we just want to do this lower section, and hopefully that doesn't lead us into a super long dungeon. But if it does, then I guess so be it. Yep. I miss a little too often to potentially do something like that. Got myself in a firefight. So this might be a bigger area fight than anything we'd seen before, and so we kind of have a forest level dungeon happening here, mini dungeon. There you go. How about that? We're just looking everywhere and anywhere. A lot of times we're not really seeing anything either when we go into an area. So yeah, if you told me this was all randomized and the layout of this was different than the first time we played, I would have to really question that, because it doesn't feel like that's the case. Honestly, I feel like, if anything, the comparison to Diablo may solely be coming from the idea that this has a alternate new game plus element, which I don't think that alone is enough to earn that comparison. And so it doesn't even seem like there are many dungeons really in this area. Instead, it's these above ground sections. I'm having a hard time figuring out how to get out of here. Well, I guess that makes a good argument to then teleport over here. And I suppose that's your solution if you ever get stuck anywhere too, is just to teleport out and lose potentially some progress, but not be forever trapped. Okay. Now I know we're not doing particularly hot right now with health, but I still think in the long run, full upgrade to the maximum amount of health is the best option. Notice that it shows 5 bars of health in that animation, and we have actually 6 bars of health because we're playing on easy. And with 1 upgrade left, the next thought would be to potentially increase our gun. So yeah, that would be the next thing to do, is increase the number of bullets we can have. That way we can do massive damage on those occasions. And honestly, we may very well just breeze through this left area. And if it wants to be really generous, it may help us in a few different ways. Because we could either get another weapon, or we could get, you know, a shield wouldn't hurt, frankly. See, this is, I think, the guys with the guns. So, how do we want to handle this? Okay. So, you dash here. And then dash, dash, dash. Oh. You don't quite dash. I think you wait and then you dash and then try to dash as fast as possible. Wait to get to that point. There you go. You guys want to jump? This is an area where it seems fairly obvious that an increase in your dashing ability would be helpful. Does seem like there's a collectible somewhere around here. These are little crystalline spiders. Let's go up here and see what we see. Notice how that was designed using the visual aesthetic to make it seem like it was undoable. Alright, well. Yeah, that seems like that's a big area. Let's see if we can maybe get some boxes moving first. Or wonder if these crystals respawn. Alright, so we can't get through that area until we have cleared the previous area. Okay. So let's wait for a grenade. And then we'll go and take it on. Ready, steady. Not quite. There we go. And dash. There we go. Go ahead and heal. Alright. So, what do we do now? We can't... We can't do anything without a gun shot. And I can't reflect bullets. So I think you just go down here. I think that's all I can do at the moment. If I have any other options, it would probably be something along the lines of grinding up enough bullets to take a couple shots, then come up here. Right. So the trick here is I want don't think there's anything we can do here. Get one shot. Aim and fire and miss. See? Best case scenario would be to run actually back down here. Use this to fill up your health as far as your guns. Your bullets, not your health. There. It's so obvious why these crystals are here now. It's just like so incredibly obvious why those crystals are in that specific spot. It's because they are there for you to come back and grind. There we go. Now that we have this new laser tracker thing, I suppose we can straight up just target that. We also now know what that is all about. Which means we do now know that there are some areas that we ran into before that we wouldn't be able to access. Why is this door locked? Is the question. Would there be a way for me to possibly kill all of the crystals in a certain area? No, I think that's a little crazy. So either there is a glitch that's stopping this from unlocking, or there's an exit there that we're supposed to not reach. Which, no, either could be true. Walking around here. Walking around here. Walking around here. Do you perhaps have to go back to the entirety of the level? Which maybe there's something more that I hadn't thought about. Maybe these laser guns that shoot at me, maybe I can take those out with my laser gun. I have not thought about that. I hear sound effects. Let's go this way and see what's over here. I desperately need health kits. Just gonna feel very silly to have health kits and not be able to ever really keep them at the level that they should be at. Okay, well. Is it worth it to potentially refill and get your shots here and then go back this way? Yeah, I don't know if it's really worth it. Oh, I didn't realize that when you pinged like that, it would show you the health of everybody around you. Feels like there might have been a door back there, but I guess not. So this is just basically some kind of prison. Which, okay. I'm taking out the prisoners. Doesn't. Alright, well, I'm gonna see if this. Nope, does not work. So unless the grenade actually helps. Yeah, there is some questionableness around that. So we may be getting. I mean, actually, it would make a lot of sense that this whole region of the game would have the guns turrets, and you'd have to deal with them first before you unlocked some way to not have to deal with them. Okay. Yeah, because they would want you to have to deal with the gun turrets a little bit, I imagine. They wouldn't want you just to be able to totally wreck it and cheat your way through. So the question there, was that worth taking the hit so that I might be able to avoid taking a hit that way? Let's go and heal. There we go. As far as jail cells, there seems to be very much a case of looking before you leap. Let's see what happens if I throw that down that way. Not much. Guess we're going forward. I feel like I'm gonna get cheap hits, so I probably should heal. But that is part of the problem with this game, is that it sets you up to occasionally get cheap hit enough that if you're not ready, you'll just die. Alright, well. Alright. Yeah. And that is why I wanted to make sure I was healed. That in a nutshell. I don't know how many of those we're gonna end up fighting in the whole life of the game, really. That may be kind of the only one. Or we may get down to the next area and find we're fighting two of those characters. There's some way to get to that, obviously. Let's go ahead and do this. No, I can't use the grenade at the moment. How do I get down there to this lower area? Because there's clearly a bunch of enemies and a bunch of reward. Yeah, that guy's still... Where it's at. There we go. Not quite a full kill, but it works well enough. And so you just dash that first. There we go. This is not the jail cell we saw before. But clearly we would like to see that jail cell that we saw before. I need, obviously, all this help. Because this is gonna get messy, I'm sure. It's another upgrade. It totally sucker punched me there. Be careful. I just got another achievement because that guy fell off the edge. Although it's really hard to kind of care about any achievements. If you know you're not going to be able to get them all. Yeah, and we are 3 out of the 4 done. That puts us in a very nice position. Not the best position, because it still feels like we still don't have about 2 of the things we would like. There's clearly an upgrade that somehow you accomplish and get somehow. I suppose it is worth it. Did we just strike out and accidentally find the boss? Maybe. I think we may very well have found the boss. Well, we're at full health. Okay, how about all of you get that way? And then. Alright, well, so much for anything. Let's go ahead and wreck this guy. This may not be much of a challenge, actually. Although that's probably just a sub-boss area. On second thought. So, probably shouldn't gloat too early. Because that's probably not the actual final boss. It's there. I don't know why there's a thing over there. Here you have like what looks like a cannon. I don't know, it seems like I missed something, but I don't know. Let's just look around here and find out if we find any health kits. Seems like the answer to that is no. Let's see where this platform takes us. To this. And this is like full circle for what we had done, but we didn't miss something, but we're kind of missing things always. So let's take this elevator and see where it leads us. It does just seem like we are going to always be in that scenario where, yeah, we are now moving to another area. We've done 3 out of the 4 things. I think now either they're going to give me quite a bit of challenge as far as getting to the boss, or we're just gonna get to the boss and take out the boss. Interesting. This area seems to imply that I could have climbed up and opened this path also. But why would it be locked on this side? Unless this is an exit, which it probably is. Oops. And that once again just highlights the cheap shots that don't step on the crystal. Over here. And I think they kill you anyway, so let's heal. Interesting. I managed to lock the game in its own glitch mode. So that like glitch animation was not supposed to happen and stay that way. So heal, yes. Shoot this way, yes. That it's kind of like a backdash if you're not pushing forward. Interesting. Okay, well, heal again. And we have the Anubis dog. Once again pushing us forward. Which means we're also going to run into this guy, taking out everybody. Which really, the question is, why is this guy just not taking out the bosses at this level? And he seems fairly capable. Yeah, there is one here. And there's one here, which doesn't make sense because how can there be two when we've already collected like 3 of them? There we go. We hear somebody coughing, and I assume that would be my guy's coughing. No, it is that guy. I don't get these plants. There's like barely 8 of them in the entire game. So this guy's coughing. He obviously is like some time travel older version of you. And see, if I had not gotten this far, you would have just been stopped. Which he clearly isn't actually doing the hard work or the extra work. You can see that there's an elevator up there. And either this statue's in the way. We also saw some platforms. Where's my guy? I can just barely make him out in some kind of puzzle-like shadow. I don't think he was supposed to be able to get in that area. Like, yeah. Yeah, I have no idea why I'd be able to walk under this area when there's nothing here. Can we do that with any other building? I hope not. So, what am I expecting from the bear? Some kind of spike attacks, I guess? That would make a lot of sense. I didn't know these guys could attack with projectile weapons. Yeah, it would make a decent amount of sense to a large amount of health and a spike attack on a giant bear creature as far as a boss. And if he has only mostly local based attacks, like hand-to-hand type attacks, then he may not really be that much of a challenge. How many upgrades do we have? The game does not pause. Yeah, either double dash or more bullets. I think an offensive attack, more bullets would be very beneficial, so I would appreciate if the game could find a way for me to move back. Notice I'm not really doing much dashing these days. That gameplay mechanic kind of just doesn't work for me. Not as much as I think the game really wants it to work. Notice how these wolves are way better at pathfinding and way more interested in actually tracking me down and killing me than the samurai guys. We are it's so obvious that this is the path to go. You make this your default path, you're going to have a significant amount of upgrades, way more than going up to the top path, which maybe the top path is the hardest path, so maybe I've already, at least on easy, gotten completely done with that path. Yeah, you can definitely feel how they are trying to make this a hack and slash sword on sword experience. I don't feel like it's really accomplishing that too much. But yeah, clearly that's the goal. at least in this section. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to heal. This all very much still just looks very computery around these designs. Like these are really server rooms being represented as something else visually. So yeah, I still very much feel like this is a game set inside of a virtual world. Do we have enough on the grenade to do that? Right. So it's the solid green ones that can shoot. Although maybe they aren't the most dangerous enemy to possibly take on. One more upgrade. There's a whole door here. It says it needs 4 whatevers, and we've still yet to find a single one of those whatevers. We've got 3 health kits. Let's go over here and see what's this direction. Need to do so much better. I really am doing a fairly terrible job. But we're getting oldie. The guy managed to hurt me from a distance. There we go. Let me get out of here. I don't know if I'm in the extra area or if I'm in the storyline area right now, so I don't know if I'm starting to run into real challenge because I've asked for it or because this is just the way the game is going. Although it's still fairly safe. This is getting bad though with the health. And so I don't know if we're gonna find a way to recover the health or if I'm going to have to run around an area and try and get it back up. What I've really not been able to do though is get down the patterns to the point where I can guarantee no conflict ends with me taking any damage. And I imagine that's where the speedrunners and the pros in a game like this would stand apart from an average gamer, is you would have an element of that. Seriously? Was that all required? Apparently that was all required content. And that's all 4 of those areas. But what's weird is now I guess a monster is attacking me. And we get a whole cutscene, which is weird. Because we didn't get that before. So I don't know if that was a cutscene specifically supposed to represent that we've gotten 2. Like, how is this? Let's look at the map. Because there's still one here. And then if we go over here, there was still one up here, but we hadn't gotten all 4 of them connected. Alright, well, how does one exit this area? Or does it want me just to teleport? Or does it want me to do something else? I think we gotta teleport out. There's clearly a whole nother area here and here that we'll want to deal with later. Plus, that gives us opportunities. We saw that cutscene, so now we'll see if this says anything different. Nope. Or if there's anything else here. If we turn off the light, can we use the bed to sleep? Nope. So we don't have this left section unlocked. But I think a defensive double dash probably beats what the swords have to offer. Unless I'm making a mistake and I want more bullets. AX I'd probably never play. A to dash forward and shield myself would be very defensive. And AA for a double dash. Although I'm not sure that AA really does anything other than put us back where we were. Move us in a triangle. Hmm. Shield or run or more bullets. I think we're at more bullets. I think it makes more sense to go on the offense. And give that to me. So that's a fully upgraded gun. And that's a fully upgraded shotgun. We hope that that's the case and that's the right move. Meanwhile, let's ask ourselves a question as far as this area over here, because we've never been down this area. Could we possibly find a health kit or some upgrades? Just kind of looking in this final area first. And that way we could potentially recover our health kit problem. Let's see. Okay, I got over there, but there wasn't anything there to find. We definitely have been to this area before. We just haven't done it in this playthrough. Yeah, we may not really find any health upgrades in this section. We may not find anything of help at all. Yep. So yeah, there's nothing there that's useful. What we should think about was, what if we were to teleport here? The double dash or the safe dash would have been helpful to get the final thing that we need to collect over in this area. So yeah, that's still a consideration. Right, this guy, if I come back down this way, there's a health kit. There's just his corpse. It's just gonna be there forever, I guess. There's a health kit. Alright, so we should always run back this way. Because this is the saving grace. Still not sure if there's some kind of secret where you're supposed to jump down this way. It wouldn't hurt to do that once. Or that once, just to check. So we'll just go back to the top area anytime we need health kits. And that should work fairly well for us. top of which we can now come back down this direction and try to take out this room that we left. Nope. Can't do it that way. Because that way is blocked off, but we can do it. We just have to go the other direction. Which would be to just go down this way. We still haven't tried to completely fill up the area, and we couldn't because of that crazy dash, double dash being needed. Definitely feels like we should be able to do everything on the left, though. See, how are we on health kits? We're at the max. And bullets. Alright, well. Well, don't do that. Obviously. We're gonna try the laser guns. We're gonna try and get a shot off or two. Line it up. I'm getting knocked over. Alright, yeah. I think I understand what to do. It's awkward, to say the least, though. I'm gonna have to get lined up, take 3 shots in a direction, and hope that that works. And hopefully not fall. Let's take out just one wizard and then jump backwards and clear out the rest later. Because we can come all the way back to this area and heal and break garbage. Alright. Heal. We now come back and break just enough to fill all of our bullets. Hit with that, hit with that, hit with that. There we go. Now, and drop. Okay. Oh. Apparently this was way easier than it seemed. Oops. Well, I overcomplicated that by a lot. And could just be that that area on the left is just blocked off. Trying to walk against the wall here. See over here, that highlights that. But is there a way to the right? Or would that have just been too redundant? I think it would have just been too redundant. So then the next step of this, if these really are going to open up, would be to take out the next group of people up here. No, because that's a load zone. So there must be something I'm missing, or this must just be blocked off, or this must just be a different way you get into this entrance. I wouldn't be surprised if there actually were kind of two separate I really wouldn't be surprised if there were two paths, two entrances to every area. Unfortunately, there's no save scumming here, so I am going to have to clear this area, get the health kits back, and then, start all over again. Well, as a matter of pride, I'm going to do it that way. I could choose a different path. See, I'm also have been trying very hard to lower the length of episodes. I've not been particularly good at making 45-minute, 30-minute episodes, and certainly probably would help if I was doing that. Now when you go back here, they're dead. Are they permanently dead? When you're down here, they're dead. They seem permanently dead. Ah. Well, look at that. Well, me wandering around and goofing off seems to have been a smart move. And there we can see the Minotaur. And me getting shot several different ways by the Minotaur. Which it definitely feels like Anubis is just bringing us back to life over and over again. You can see there's these like glitchy monsters, like crows eating at you. Probably safer just to heal. We're looking for health kits again. Is there a health kit over here? Is there a health kit over here? Just need one more. There we go. So yeah, we are going to come back to this area anytime we need health kits. Which that does, I guess, highlight also, in theory, you could beat these levels now. They're not undoable on the more difficult setting if you can make it through the fights, which is the big if. And now we do also know that there's another point of interest which seems to not directly connect to all four of the things being collected. Trying to find out if there's any passageway or something. So we know that there's basically a monster for each area, that when you connect all of the things, then see, is there something behind this area? You can. Yeah. So there's a monster. And so maybe, is there a way you could beat all the bosses without activating all the cores? I don't think so. I think you have to activate the cores to get to the bosses. And so you are then effectively forced and gated into that gameplay. This is weird. I have them. I'm missing something though. Because this gate should open. So maybe you have to get that one anyways. Maybe you have to get 5. Or maybe you have to get way more than 4 or 5. That's oddly put me in a weird position. So we're apparently going to have to do everything and collect everything before we can get past those gates. We don't have any upgrades. When we come over to this area and this, there's nothing to really activate. And after seeing those 2 monsters, you would expect there to be something new. Can't break the mirror anymore. Alright, well, we've been going a very long time. Let's suppose teleport ourselves here, and then we will try and get to this one, and then we will try to get to this one, and then we'll try to take that boss out. If that becomes too much of a frustration, we can run around this area and activate at least some of those fairly easily. This still feels like it needs the double dash. Otherwise, this area seems completely finished. I wish there was a way to kind of zoom out on the map a little bit more. The underground tunnels of this area. Yeah. It seems like there is, if anything, maybe an indication that the core is in the lower left-hand corner of that area with all. And so maybe if I had gotten to that area before things started sliding, no, because that is the final area, because you couldn't have done that until you'd already activated and defeated the boss. Like over here, seemingly really close to this area, there's something. And then over in this area, there's something, and it kind of feels like maybe I get to the boss through the tunnels on this area instead of through the path that seems to be blocked off. So just to save ourselves some loading, we'll load over here. Then we'll call it a day. Yeah, I really wish I could train myself to get away from making an hour and 40-minute long episodes. Like, it really, really hurts my YouTube channel as an idea because the episodic links are inconsistent and long. Nobody wants to really sit through episodes that long, and then I don't have as much footage to schedule, which then makes it puts me in this downward spiral in which I need to make more content because I didn't make the first content short enough in the first place. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.